Financing a car feels normal because the showroom is designed to make it feel normal. The lighting is forgiving, the monthly payment is the only number in font size 72, and the pen is always ready. What's strange, if you step back, is that we are trained to borrow for a predictable expense that arrives on a predictable schedule. Cars wear out, tires thin, engines age, batteries fade, and the math does not care whether the car smells like new plastic or like your favorite coffee. You can rent money and let the bank design your timeline, or you can rent the future from yourself and design it on purpose. The car replacement fund is how you do the latter. It is a boring bucket that quietly turns a guaranteed future purchase into a paid-for habit, so you never sit in a finance office again trying to convince yourself that 84 months is just how people do it now. A car replacement fund is not a savings hack. It is a system that reassigns a payment you will make anyway from interest to ownership. Instead of paying a lender every month for the right to drive today, you pay your future self every month for the right to buy tomorrow without permission slips. You move the pressure from the weekend you need a car to the dozen weekends before it, which is where pressure belongs: early, small, manageable. The goal isn't to own a museum piece forever. The goal is to keep yourself in a reliable vehicle matched to your real life without turning your budget into a hostage. Start by telling the truth about your car and your calendar. How many miles or kilometers do you drive yearly? What kind of usage punishes your vehicle? Stop-and-go commutes, long highway slogs, cold starts, heat, hills? How long does your current car realistically have before the repair curve turns from maintenance to gambling? For most modern cars with decent care, the reliable window is 8 to 12 years and 150,000 to 250,000 miles, 240,000 to 400,000 kilometers, with wide variations by make, model, and maintenance. The calendar matters more than the odometer because the fund is a timing tool. If your car is 6 years old and you'd like to replace it around year 9, your runway is 3 years. If you just paid off a loan, your runway might be the life your car has left, often 3 to 5 years of payment freedom that you can redirect. Now choose a target that matches your life, not the ads. The replacement cost you plan for is not new car at MSRP with a bow. It is the right, reliable used model at the right time. The cheapest years of most cars are the middle ones, after the steepest depreciation drop has happened before catastrophic repairs become common. In many markets, that means buying at 3 to 5 years old and replacing around 9 to 10, then repeating. If you love new and can afford it while still investing and sleeping, fine, much of this still applies. But the math of the fund shines when you buy sensible used vehicles whose price reflects reality and whose lifespan is long enough to make your dollars hum. Set the target number first as a range. Perhaps you expect to spend 10,000 to 14,000 euros on your next car, based on a short list of models whose reliability is known and whose parts are common. If your roads are rough and your winters rude, maybe the range is 14,000 to 18,000. If your needs are tiny and urban, maybe it's 7,000 to 9,000. The exact number matters less than having a number at all. Then you add friction costs. Taxes, registration, inspection, and the first year of elevated maintenance to catch up on neglected items. Many people forget this and drain their fund on the sticker, then borrow for tires. Do the adult version, budget the out-the-door price and a freshening line item: brakes, tires, fluids, battery, mats, the small pieces of sanity. With a target and a runway, the monthly contribution snaps into focus. Divide the midpoint of your range by the months until you plan to replace. If you're shooting for 12,000 euros in 36 months, the simple math says 333 euros per month. If that feels steep, you lengthen the runway, adjust the target, or blend. Start at 200 euros per month now and commit any tax refund, bonus, or side income spike straight into the fund to close the gap. You are not chasing perfection, you are building a conveyor belt. Money moves each month. When windfalls happen, they move in the same direction, not into random "I deserve it" purchases that will make next year's breakdown a crisis instead of an errand. Where does the fund live? Not in your main checking account, where money goes to mix and disappear. Open a separate high-yield savings account and name it Car Replacement Fund. If your bank supports sub-accounts or spaces, use them. One for replacement, one for maintenance, one for insurance registration if you prefer to smooth those bills. Automation is the difference between this working and this being a nice idea. Schedule the transfer the day after payday. If you just paid off a car, redirect the exact payment to the fund. You will be tempted to enjoy the raise. Enjoy it by watching a number you own grow faster than a lender's balance ever did. You're not depriving yourself, you're retiring a finance manager from your life. The maintenance fund sits next to the replacement fund because repairs are not failures, they are the price of driving. A predictable stream of small replacements, tires, brakes, fluids, filters, belts, keeps catastrophic replacements rare. The mistake people make is to mix emergency and maintenance. Then an oil change feels like a crisis because the cards do and routine care gets skipped, which invites the real crises. Set a small monthly amount, 40 to 100 euros depending on mileage and vehicle, for maintenance. When a repair arrives, you pay from this bucket without panic. If you go 6 months without touching it, great, the next set of tires is already half paid. This is how you stop the emotional whiplash that turns car ownership into a soap opera. Opportunity cost is the professor that teaches you why this matters. If you finance 18,000 euros over 72 months at 7%, your affordable payment around 300 to 320 euros a month looks fine. But you will pay thousands in interest and you will be stuck at the precise moment your life changes and the payment no longer fits. If instead you pay yourself 300 euros a month for 3 to 4 years and buy a 12,000 euro car cash, the extra 300 to 320 euros per month you are not sending to a bank during years 5 and 6 can go to investing, to travel, to a sabbatical fund, to anything that makes your life bigger. The bank's business model is to sell you delayed ownership while renting your flexibility. Your model is to buy flexibility outright and rent nothing. What if you need a car before the fund is full? That is the adult nightmare that makes people sign the longest term offered. Your escape route is a tiered plan. Tier 1, buy a safe, boring, ultra-reliable beater with cash in your fund today, something that will handle a year or two, not 10. Tier 2, mix cash with a tiny short-term loan you pay off in 12 to 18 months, not because debt is a virtue, but because reducing interest and term reduces damage. Tier 3, borrow from your future self by temporarily slowing investing while you push to finish the fund in months, not years, then resume investing at a higher clip after. None of these feel like Instagram. All of them are how actual households avoid slavery to a lender. The beater season becomes a story you tell with a smile later when you pull cash for a better car and remember what it felt like to choose. Choosing the right car is a talent you can learn. Your replacement fund buys you the most valuable thing at a dealership, the ability to walk away. Salespeople smell financing panic. Cash plus calm changes the room. Use that calm to pick the model with a reputation for boring reliability, common parts, and easy service. Avoid orphan trims and exotic options that double repair costs and limit independent shops. Check total cost of ownership, insurance rates, fuel economy, typical maintenance. Make a short list in advance and stock it in private party listings and reputable dealers. Bring a checklist, run the VIN, pay for a pre-purchase inspection, and be willing to pass. A fund without discipline buys you an expensive mistake. A fund with discipline buys you a partner you can forget about while you live. Depreciation is your friend when you buy, it's your enemy when you sell. The replacement fund strategy treats a car like a tool, not an heirloom. You buy at a point in the curve where most depreciation happened under someone else's watch. You maintain lightly but correctly, you keep records, you sell when the repair curve approaches your risk tolerance. Sometimes you'll run a car to 200,000 miles because it behaves. Sometimes you'll trade at 135,000 because you can feel the next 60,000 will be teeth. Your fund makes both options painless because the decision is not, can I convince a bank? It is, what's the cheapest way to buy my next 3 years of transportation?
Insurance and registration are where people get ambushed. They arrive annually or semi-annually and eat the month. The car fund bundle ends that by slicing those big bills into monthly lines. If your insurance is 720 euros a year and your registration 180 euros a year, your fund puts aside 75 euros a month for paper costs. When the bill comes, you pay in full, ask for pay in full discounts, and move on without feeding a credit card 20% to cover bad planning. If your driving record and credit profile have improved, your quarterly money calls include a requote. Every 100 you don't send to an insurer is 100 your fund gains without you doing another lap around the sun. What about electric vehicles, hybrids, and the changing car universe? The principles hold. EVs shift the cost stack. Higher upfront, lower operating costs, different maintenance cadence. A replacement fund flexes with technology by focusing on the cash you control. If you plan for a higher future purchase price because your next car will be electric, you start earlier or fund more now. You include a line for home charging upgrades. You adjust your maintenance bucket downward but increase your tire line because EVs eat rubber differently. The point is not to predict the perfect drivetrain. It is to be the kind of owner who can choose one without asking a bank for permission to be excited about the future. Partners complicate and improve this if you talk. 2 cars and 2 calendars mean 2 funds or 1 larger fund with 2 withdrawal rules. Decide together. If one car is older, fund its replacement first while the other's maintenance line hums. If you share one car, increase the maintenance cushion because downtime bites harder. If one partner loves cars and the other loves not hearing about them, make a deal. The car lover does the research and wrenching, the not car lover holds veto power on total out-the-door price and on safety standards. You are designing a transportation system for your household, not a personality test. The fund is the policy, preferences ride inside it. There is a quiet identity shift that happens when you drive a car your fund bought. You stop negotiating with yourself every time a rattle appears. You stop seeing routine service as a nuisance and start seeing it as a way to protect a thing you own outright. You stop pretending that a logo will make your commute dignified and start noticing that quiet, support, visibility, and a working defroster are luxury. You begin to prefer boring parts that show up on time to exotic ones that give stories to your group chat. Money and pride reattach to performance instead of theater. The common objection is predictable. I can't save that much. You probably can't save that much by accident. That's why this is a system, not a vibe. You make room by moving levers. You pause a subscription and capture €15 a month. You renegotiate your mobile plan and capture 18. You call your insurer and trim 20. You switch to generic where it doesn't matter and capture 25. You meal plan 3 dinners and capture 40. 5 small levers later, your fund is real. If your income supports it, you add a small, reliable side slot and point the entire amount at the fund for 6 months. The point is not to live in car austerity. The point is to buy freedom once so you don't have to buy it again with interest. Small rituals keep this alive. On the first pay cycle of each quarter, you increase the fund transfer by a token amount, 5 or 10, so your progress accelerates without pain. When you do a repair from the maintenance bucket, you round up the invoice and sweep the difference into the replacement bucket. When you sell the old car, any net proceeds go into the new fund immediately, not into fun money. When a friend posts a finance office selfie holding keys like a trophy, you feel happy for them, and happier for yourself because your keys will come with silence, not with a signature that promises your future Saturdays to someone else's balance sheet. Write the policy once and stop reinventing it. Your car policy might be: we buy used 3 to 5 years old. We target out-the-door prices we can cash flow in 36 to 48 months of contributions. We keep a maintenance bucket with a minimum of €400. We replace tires before they become a story. We repair if the fix is under 50% of the car's value and the vehicle is under 75% of our planned life. We sell if major components fail in clusters or if safety is compromised. We treat the fund like a bill. We do not rate it for vacations. We do breathe and adjust when life throws a curve, but we return to the policy when the dust settles. Policies prevent 11 p.m. panic decisions. The steering wheel feels different when policy holds it with you. If you are starting from zero with a tired car, begin smaller than your pride wants. Build a €1,000 to €2,000 car buffer first to prevent the next repair from landing on a card. Then add a €400 tire line inside that. Then begin replacement savings at whatever number you can sustain. The sequence matters. Buffers protect you from fires. Replacement savings prevents future fires. The fund is not a flex. It is a fire department funded by you that shows up on time because you know its number by heart. There will be a day when you drive your paid-for, quiet car to a shop, pay a reasonable bill from a bucket that exists, and go to lunch because there is no crisis to narrate. There will be a day when your mechanic tells you with a sigh that it's time, and you nod, list the car honestly, and walk into a sale with a number in your head. That is not a payment, but a price. There will be a day when someone asks how you can afford to pay cash, and you shrug because you cannot afford to finance stress anymore. The car replacement fund is not exciting. That is exactly why it works. Excitement belongs on a mountain road, not in your banking app. Stop rehearsing the speech you give yourself in showrooms. Start rehearsing the transfer you make to an account with a boring name. In 2 or 3 years, your future self will sit in a driver's seat that smells like normal air, not like chemicals and pressure. They will turn the key and hear nothing remarkable. They will merge into traffic with a feeling you cannot finance, the sound of a life that does not owe anyone for the privilege of arriving.